Hello and welcome to this video where we'll be going through the proper procedure for changing a grinding wheel on the MAG-9000. The first couple things you'll need to start are, of course, a 5/32 Allen head wrench. A T-handle wrench is a little bit nicer to use, but an L-shaped one will be just fine. And of course you'll need a new grinding wheel to replace the old one. And of course also the spanner wrench and arbor wrench that were delivered with the machine when you purchased it. The first thing we want to do when working with any machine is disconnect the power. And we'll remove the dust collector hose. Now you can change the grinding wheel without taking the grit guard off, but we'll take the grit guard off for a little bit better view for the video. Now we'll get in for a little bit closer view. We begin by removing the Lexan guard. There are 3 screws. We'll need to raise the grinding wheel up some to give ourselves clearance to take it out. Here's where we'll need the arbor wrench and the spanner wrench. We first hook the arbor wrench behind. There are 2 notches in the rear of the arbor that the arbor wrench hooks into. And then we'll use the spanner wrench with its 2 pegs in the holes of the arbor nut. You can spin the arbor nut off the rest of the way by hand. And now we'll see if we have clearance to get the grinding wheel out, and we do. Now, this is a worn grinding wheel. It is not used up, but for demonstration purposes, we're taking this one out. And this is also one thing to note. You can see the angled look of a worn grinding wheel on the 9000. This angle, of course, happens with use. It is self-dressing as you sharpen blades. And here is the new grinding wheel. And of course, that has a square face you can see. Now, this is an 8x8 square, and the grinding wheels are 7-inch diameter. So we will most likely have to come up a little bit higher to get this to fit. There is a relatively close clearance where the wheel will come on. So you may have to adjust the wheel as you're putting a new one on. Keep in mind, the arbor nut is a left-handed thread or a reverse thread. So we're actually going counterclockwise to put this nut back on. We do engrave an arrow for the direction on the arbor nut to help you. Now for tightening, we hook the arbor wrench in again into the back, and we can let that rest on the work table. And the spanner wrench, again, the pegs into the holes. And now you'll notice I'm not going to tighten this very much. We're just snugging this. You do not want to over compress or over torque a grinding wheel. You can possibly fracture it by over torquing. And keep in mind the 9000, when sharpening, the wheel rotation is clockwise. So as this machine turns on, it tightens the nut itself. So you do not have to over torque the wheel. Now we can replace the front Lexan guard. Now while we have a good view we can lower the grinding wheel down to where it needs to be to achieve a 30-degree angle, and that is just before it touches the plastic work table. So as close as we can get will give us that 30-degree angle on the lawnmower blade. Now we can put the grit guard back on. Reattach the dust collector hose. And we can plug the units back in the wall. And this concludes the procedure for changing the grinding wheel on the MAG-9000. And as always, feel free to give us a call anytime with any concerns or questions. And if you need any parts or product information, visit our website at Magna-Matic.com. Thank you very much for watching. Hey, thank you again for watching. We certainly hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe for new content as we release it.